Hello, welcome to the island of São Miguel in the Azores for the fourth round of the 2015 FIA European Rally Championship, the 50th edition of the Sata Rallye Acores. This is the first gravel event, following an all asphalt round at the Circuit of Ireland, of course, in April. It's going to be busy.
C'est un rallye magnifique.
It's a fantastic rally, says Jean-Pierre Nicolas, one of the most beautiful of the season and maybe the most scenic rally of the championship. Even in the world of rally, the splendid stage is around the volcano of Sete Cedades. And this is a wonderful view of the volcano, covered with a lake, and the stage is at the summit and the volcano is on one side being into the void. And on the left, the lake, on the right, the sea. It's absolutely beautiful, splendid. The event is about 220 kilometers with two legs, one of 125 Ks, the second about 101 Ks, 88% on gravel and 12% on asphalt, and 17 special stages. The weather is always, though, a big question mark here. There could be 4 seasons in one day. It could be summer like right now and the heavy rain the next 3 hours, and then the boat and the waves and the dolphins watching. It's just amazing. Migration of whales, who knows? You see everything here on São Miguel Island. Well, it's an amazing place. If you are a tourist here, you see those dolphins and the rest of it just gambling away. It's absolutely stunning. So it's a hugely important aspect of the island. It's, of course, tourism and the natural world. Lagoa das Sete Cedades is Portuguese. It means the lagoon of the 7 cities. It's a twin lake situated in a crater of a massive volcano on the Portuguese archipelago of the Azores, and it consists of 2 ecologically different small lakes connected by a narrow passage and crossed by a bridge located on the dormant volcano on the western third of the island of São Miguel. It is, quite simply, amazing. What a great place to play with a rally car. Welcome back to the Azores. Cato leaving Ponta Delgada to Group Marques. 3 stages in the afternoon, 1 super special stage as well, and 2 regular stages. Sun shining, a little bit brighter than the morning. Stage 1, 2 cars will set off on that super special, incidentally, at the same time. And at the halfway point, the stage, they'll swap lanes. You've seen it before. Well, Race of Champions format, I think you might say. 3.95 kilometres and just approaching 5 to 5 local time, so heading into the night. Kato Kajatanovic racing against Ricardo Moura. 3:33.7, 1.6 seconds quicker than Moura by the end. Had a lot of fun on the stage, apparently. Well, you stick rally drivers in the Race of Champions, they usually win. And when it comes to this, well, they'd like a narrow track, of course, but with the barrier in the middle, it can prove something of a test of nerves, apart from anything else. Ricardo Moura is fourth, all fixed after that qualifying misfortune. 3:33.7, second fastest. Well, maybe a little bit of local knowledge helped out there. Suspicion of practice? Who knows? Craig Breen racing against Alves. 3:36.7, 3 seconds slower than Cato, 1.5 behind Moura. And we get on board with Breen and Martin here. Not much room for error, you might say. Busy hands, smooth car. Good work. Let's have a look at the ERC Juniors now.
Welcome to the Azores. the start of Rallye Acores. It's the best rally in the championship, and I'm going to push for the win.
Diego Gago, one of the main contenders for victory. Third race in the ERC junior class. Wants to show his speed in front of his home crowd.
It's my third time here. I know the stage. I want to win because here I have a good chance to do a great result.
Open Motorsport, strongest in the junior category, and once again they did their best to prepare the drivers for this. Marianne Greibel is here.
It is my first time here in Azores and also only my second time on gravel. I did last week the WRC event in Portugal as preparation. I think it was really good because I could do a lot of stage kilometers. And yeah, on Monday we tested here on the Azores. I looked a lot of onboard videos, but I think it's a really challenging rally because the roads are really narrow and there's no place for mistakes.
Florent Cingescu was on the podium 3 years ago in the Azores with a two-wheel drive category back down with Dacia logo. This time it's a Peugeot 208 for him.
It's a technical, very technical rally. Every mistake it's fatal, but it's the very good rally and beautiful, most beautiful in the world, in my opinion.
Last year, Rallye Azores was the first rally on gravel for Gino Bux, the Belgian. Yeah, did not get more experience on gravel, but decided to come back anyway. Best of luck. Unfortunately, we didn't score many more good points, so we're here in the Azores to reverse the trend and try and get closer to the goal that we had at the beginning of the season, which is points. Well, for 3 years, he was driving a Ford Fiesta, but he's changed this winter, driving a Peugeot. It's Ralph Sermachis.
It's very, very difficult rally, but need drive carefully but fast. Here is the gravel rally, so I try to win.
Emil Bergqvist in the junior class is favourite as he won all the rallies since the beginning of the season.
Last year I did a cup in Germany, and I have done, when I was younger, I did really many rallies and was driving all the time, and I've trained really hard, physical, mentally and so on, and it's really important. Now I'm in a great car. We have shown that we are fast, and not on one stage, on most of the stages. I'm confident, I promise you.
He looks confident as well. Well, for the Swedish driver, Mattias Adielsson, the rally started with a mistake. Unfortunately, during qualifying, the Peugeot driver went wide, hit a rock, broke the rim, and started last on the stages, motivated to forget his mistake. Adielsson set the best time on the Super Special. Well, after 3 stages on the first section of the leg, Chris Ingram is leading the junior category, tied with Ralph Sermachis. Second section of leg 1 tomorrow should give us a lot of action. Looking forward to it. This is where it begins proper. Sata Rallye Acores is 7.3 kilometers, 60% gravel, 40% tarmac, so mixed. And then the Villa Franca São Brás, 88% gravel, 12% tarmac. Take nothing for granted on a rally like this. We'll take nothing for granted. Nothing is certain either, especially with the mixed surface. Drivers need to manage their gravel tyres on the tarmac portions. Not happy with his tyre choice though, Kato. Yes, being on soft tyres, 3rd fastest on stage 2. Ruining that? Was it an error? We'll see how the others go. Certainly looks smooth and sinuous for much of it. And preservation of gravel tyres on the tarmac, a vital skill. And indeed with varying percentages as well to deal with, and indeed to save over. Yeah, it's a hard trick to muster. Well, mind the cars and mind the chopper. Ricardo Moura car fixed after his off at the end of the qualifying stage, and out he came into full combat. Second fastest time on stage 2, and really kicking up a storm, as you can see. Super smooth, Mora. Just look at the nose of the vehicle throughout all of these turns. And this is a man absolutely at the top of his game. And in fact, beating Kato by 0.1 of a second. Couldn't have been narrower, I guess, like the road itself, but his skills absolutely parallel. Look at this. Well, you keep it smooth and online, you get the time. Issues on the Peugeots and the DS3s with the pop-off valve. It's an FIA part which blows off the pressure on the intake system of the turbocharged engine, resulting in a loss of power. Still fastest, though, on stage 2 and stage 3. Craig Green jumps ahead of Kato, takes the lead after 3 stages. But what about that pop-off valve issue? Well, he'll talk about it later. Much busier at the wheel, Green. You see the nose of the vehicle just slightly more twitchy, but he gets so much power down, and it's the sheer bravery of the man as well that's delivered on so many occasions, using all of the road and maybe a little bit more. Good run.
We had a little problem on the second stage, but okay, the last stage was quite okay. We didn't have so many problems in there, so we just went with a little bit of a hard compound tire, so we lost a little bit of time in the first stage. But no, it's been a quite good afternoon.
Remember what we said about keeping it smooth? Robert Consani, unfortunately, had it off on stage 3, drops to 7th at the end of the day. Charles Martin in the T16, most affected by the pop-off issue on the Peugeots, and yes, the power loss accounting for quite a bit of time, and lost about 3 minutes, which is a real shame for him. Craig Green then, our leader overall. Kato in second place, close at hand, likewise Mora. That spins out just a little with Moffat down there. That's Josh indeed. Just 24 seconds adrift. Early days. So what have we got for you tomorrow? This is how it shapes up. 11 stages with 2 runs on the famous volcano stage, the Sete Cedades. Cannot wait. It's going to be a thrill. Well, that's it for the Azores today. We'll see you tomorrow for more ERC action from me, Carlton Kirby. Thanks for your company. We'll see you tomorrow.